Good morning, everyone. So today our topic will be my preparation for the hot season or the summer season. So what I did with my balcony setup and my front lawn setup for this coming summer, no. We've been getting a lot of hot days already, and recently it's been getting really hot that some of the plants outside have started to show signs of dehydration and a little bit of burning. So a couple of weeks ago, around a week and a half ago, I decided to put up my shade net and protect the plants here that I have here in my balcony setup. So this one is a 50% shade net from Plant Culture PH, and then I decided to put one here to protect my plants over here, and then put one on the roof of this one of the shelves. So this is what it looks like. There. So this one actually has two layers of UV plastic and one layer of shade net. So later after lunch, I'll show you guys the comparison in sun exposure when I get direct sunlight here in the afternoon. But yeah, the other one here, the polycarb green box, I did not put any anymore because the height difference of this one naman is very high. So I don't have to worry about them. Plus the fact that all of the plants that I have here mostly have farina, and they are my really sun-loving plants. So they're doing really well. They're getting really fat. They're actually growing to the point that they're starting to grow. What do you call this? There's no more gap, no. So they're growing really well. The other ones I forgot to water. Siguro kinulang siya ng water, so medyo dehydrated siya. But again, it's part of gardening. Sometimes we forget to water some. So anyways, this area is doing really well. Also, this one is my shaded area because of the roof here. Okay, so first things first, sun exposure. Again, I decided to shade up my plants regardless whether they're getting full sun or not, just because, again, I wanted to be on the safe side. So what I'm trying to do now is to check for etiolation if ever it's too shady for them. But right now, I'm not seeing any. Even my ghosties are doing really well. So we're good. Even my lemani is not showing any signs of burn. My burritos are not showing any signs of gaps or etiolation, so it's very good. It's doing really well. It's a little bit dehydrated, as you can see, but I can just water it again tomorrow since I watered just yesterday. So again, sunlight exposure right now is very important for me because I don't want them to start burning. Next thing that I wanted to really control this coming hot season, or this hot season or summer season, is the way I water them. So again, right now, some of our echeverias or succulents, soft succulents, are going slightly dormant, or they're kind of sleepy now, and they're not drinking as much as they were back in November, December, January, February. So the reason behind that is that when they reach a certain point in the temperature, when they feel that there's so much heat, no, because usually, again, soft succulents, they love around 16 to 28 degrees temperature. So if we go beyond that, what happens is that they are forced into dormancy. So they sleep to protect themselves, to defend themselves from dying out. So if they're kind of in a dormant state and you give them full water, what happens is that they don't drink that much water, and they will get overwatered. So they will start getting mushy leaves, yellowing of the leaves, or sometimes dropping of the leaves. Another factor is that your pot, if it's getting direct sunlight, it might get too hot, and when it does, it can actually burn the roots in the pot. So what happens is that you might get root burn or they might die. So when you give them full water, what happens is that again, they won't be able to drink from the roots, and they will eventually get root rot, stem rot, and eventually they might die. That is the reason why instead of giving them once a week full water, I will give them once every 2 weeks full water, and give them small frequent watering every 3 days. So that is enough for me to make sure that they stay hydrated and they will stay healthy. Although some of the issues that I've been getting, of course, would be they would be drinking from the leaves, so it's not enough. So I will just again increase my volume if it's still not enough, so I can maintain the leaves that like this, no, plump. I wanna maintain plump, but again, I'm not really particular about the color of the plant, or you know, my main focus again would be, one, I don't want them to etiolate, so as long as they don't show signs of etiolation. 2, they don't show signs of burn. 3, they don't show signs of overwatering. Then that I'm good. Like, I don't mind if they get ugly, as long as they're alive and they're not etiolating. That's it for me. That's my main goal for this hot season. The next one that we need to discuss is air circulation. It's very important during this hot weather that we have good air circulation for our plants. What I did was to buy clip fans from Shopee. I got it from around 130 to 150 pesos each, and they're on 24/7. What it does is that it gives my plants good air circulation, as well as when the sun is streaming down on the plants, and there's heat, of course, that comes with the light, with the sunlight. What it does is it pushes the heat. It pushes the heat. The fan pushes the heat from the air, so that the plants, they don't get the heat from the sun, only the light. What it also does is that, of course, again, as they get hotter, the pots get hotter, they will try to dissipate heat and evaporate some water. What it does, it disperses the heat. It pushes the heat away from the plants, so that it will prevent the plants from getting tissue damage or tissue death due to heat. It helps our plants not get that blast of sudden heat that could be detrimental for their leaves. So good air circulation or a fan can suffice that need. And I invested in a hygrometer thermometer, which determines the current relative humidity in my area, which is 44%. And right now, it's 36.1 degrees Celsius at 11 o'clock. This one will help me control my temperature. So if I feel like it's still getting hotter than 36, what I can do is I can add up more fans, put out a fan here, and blow more air, so that the plants will not get too hot and start burning or dropping leaves due to the heat. Also, the great thing about having a hygrometer thermometer is that I can check my relative humidity. If it goes beyond 60% or more than 60%, then I could have a problem with fungal infestation. So to prevent fungal infestation with my current setup, with my balcony garden, I have to keep my relative humidity pretty low. And the only way you can do that, if you have an outdoor setup like I have, is put out fans. So the fans will again dissipate push out the humidity within the plant, in the area of the plants, so that they don't get too humid, and so that fungal development will not be as much as compared to not having any fans at all. I am so very happy that I got this tip from Sir Chong Paslon of Living with Plants. Again, he has a YouTube channel. You can check it out. He has helped me tremendously because I was before dependent on chemicals, pesticides, and fungicides, but I haven't been using fungicides since September of last year, and I haven't gotten any fungal death or any infestation for that matter ever since I started using fans with my current setup. Lastly, I'm not gonna mind about the color. I don't mind if they turn green on me. As long as they're alive and healthy, then I'm happy. And I always check if I see active roots, and if I see any signs of bleaching, any signs of burns. I always check on my plants every day. So designate a couple of hours to check on your plants this summer season, just to be sure that no one is burning, no one is etiolating, no one is getting stem rot or root rot. So yeah, that's it. That's all you have to really check on. And then now I'll show you guys what I did with my front lawn setup. Hey everyone, so today I'm gonna show you my outdoor setup for the front lawn for the hot season. So right now I can see that they're doing really well. I don't see any burns, so I can still pretty much leave this alone, but I'm just gonna show you how I will cover this, guys, to protect them for the summer heat. My Adolphi is doing really well. They're kind of thinning out, but they're very beautifully color stressed right now, so I don't have any problems. Same with my flapjacks, they're doing really well, but I have to protect this one, Super Bomb, Fred Ives, and some of the guys right here, the smaller golden barrels, I have to protect. So yeah, I'm just gonna be covering them up with this one. So I have a shade net, and I'm gonna show you how I cover it. So this is my setup for my front lawn, and I know it's such an eyesore, but I don't care as long as they're safe. So my GBs, my smaller GBs, my baby GBs or golden barrels are covered up because they really burn. They're still babies, so they can't take the summer heat yet. The big GB, since it's its first summer here, I'm slowly acclimatizing it before giving it full exposure. But yeah, I need to slowly introduce sunlight to the big GB so that I can, so that it doesn't burn. But this one on the other side, there we go. My Opuntias, my Euphorbias, and my big columnar right there, they're getting full sun because the sunlight is actually on this side only, and then it sets on the other side, so it's covered after lunchtime. So I don't mind. They don't mind getting full morning sun all the way to lunch. Plus the fact that this tree is covering them during lunchtime, so they're getting perfect sunlight in the morning. They're not etiolating, they're not burning, so they're perfect there. But this one, since it gets a little bit more sun all the way to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they need to be protected. For this one, I water them I hose them down every 4 days, 4 to 5 days. Mostly, I water the Adolphi, the soft succulents, more than the agaves and the columnars and the other cacti, because they can last longer without water. These cacti and succulents are planted on the ground, so they can actually grow more roots and dig deeper, so that they can get more water from the soil, compared to the succulents that are shallow rooted, so they have to be watered every so often because they don't dig, the roots don't dig deep. So that's our quick tip for this summer season. So shade up, control your water, check them for burning or for etiolation, and you're good to go. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And always choose to be kind, everyone.